Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcast. I ain't real sure what goddamn episode it is. This one is going to sound a little bit different. Steven's not able to be with us because of prior engagements. We are going to try to get him on the phone. We're at a little bit different location as well. We're actually back in my dining room. But we do have guests here at the table. The last few episodes we've been talking a lot about big show stuff, but we keep pushing to make sure to go hit those local shows up. While I had that fresh on my brain, I figured this would probably be a pretty good podcast for Steven to miss anyways, because he doesn't like compacts. He says he doesn't like compacts, but he's run them before. So we've got Ronnie Pickens in the house with us. His wife Mary.
Yeah. Thanks
to you guys for coming in and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
One thing that I've always said is that you guys, whether it's you or Tyler or Patrick or whoever, you guys support the shit out of local shows.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's somebody putting it on that you don't get along with or something like that, you always try to support local.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something that we really appreciate. When we were putting on shows, regardless, I mean, you guys had come just fucking full send it. You didn't care. You didn't care whose feelings you hurt.
That's it.
Ronnie, we did get to talk to Tyler. We know he started derbying because of you, but how did you get started derbying?
Oh, man. I actually worked at a junkyard back in Kansas City. Oh, God, I don't even remember how many years ago it was. And
Tyler was about 5.
Yeah. And I helped the old boys down there build derby cars. And there was an old boy that was supposed to run the derby car, and he got scared. My boss was like, "You ever run a derby car?" I said, "Never even seen a derby." And he was like, "Oh, man, you got to go." I was like, "Well, what do? You hit cars. Just don't hit the driver's door." I said, "Sweet." Got in the car, drove out, and tore a bunch of shit up. And it was like, I don't know, I was like in love. Second time.
Yep. Yeah, I understand that.
But yeah, to build cars, and that was about it, really.
You guys have figured out that your entire family is involved in this. And I mean, not just all driving.
No, yeah.
Whether it's in the shop, now you guys have got some guys that you run with that are, building out of your old shop too.
Oh, yeah. Trent and
Brandon.
B. Palmer.
Oh, yeah, B. Palmer, yeah, and Trent Llewellyn, and Cody's there now. I mean, yeah, we got Patrick, and Tyler, and me, and there's a couple other guys that kind of just come, hang out or show up with a car.
Show up with a car.
Oh, yeah. Or need some help with a car, I should say.
Yeah. Because evidently you guys have, other than Tyler's concrete and his doors.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to tell him to lighten down just a little bit. I don't know. After this weekend, I kind of got accused of having a little.
You had concrete in the doors too.
A little bit of mix there too.
Probably at 60-40 or 70-30, something like that.
I think old boy said it was like 70-30. He said it had a little give to it, but not much.
Well, the first time, give you guys a backstory a little bit. First time I ever saw you guys was at Derby here in Madison.
Mm-hmm.
You and Tyler came over. I think Tyler got Mad Dog.
Yep.
And I had never saw anybody so wound up and jazzed over a Mad Dog. And I mean, it was a cool ass trophy.
Oh yeah.
Zane
did.
Yeah. He did the trophies, and I just never saw somebody so wound up over just a piece of hardware, not even a check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, these fucking guys are on a different level
than
the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, we ran that. So how it started was, Tyler kind of brought it a little bit, but so I worked at the tire shop there in Brookfield, and I met Corey through the tire shop.
Mm-hmm.
Corey come pulling up with a Cadillac. I was like, man, that's a goddamn derby car. I said, huh. I told Corey, I said, yeah, I used to derby back in the day. Run big cars. Nothing compared to what they have now.
Correct. Yeah.
It's more of a chain and bang. You know. So my boss was like, hey, I bought this piece of shit Lumina from these people. And I was like, man, can I have it? Yeah. What are you going to do with it? I said, I'm going to build a derby car. Took it to Salisbury. Run the gut and go. Which I thought gut and go was pretty much, you know, back then.
Correct.
So I never really got the concept till, you know. So I was like, yeah, I took this down there and run to Salisbury. I don't even remember if I placed. I was just like, you know, whatever. Took it home, put it in the field, my buddy Ryan McConey's field. Drug it back out. Ran it at, I think it was Salisbury again. And then Tyler actually turned 17, right? 16, 17. He said, I'm going to build this car. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to run it at a derby. They got a derby coming in Shelbina. I was like, oh, okay. So we just like, you know, put some 5/8 all thread.
Yeah.
We didn't even put no plates on it. Had a funky little bumper we made out of 3x3. We pull up down there in Shelbina. Let's see. Tell the lady, I said, hey, we want to run this car. She gives Tyler the, you know, paper. Whatnot. We pull up there in the pits. We pull up next to Kenneth Duff. I'm looking at Kenneth's car, looking at the car Tyler's running, and I'm like, so what class are you running? Compact. I'm like, Tyler, you're running compact too. Maybe they got 2 different compact classes. He goes, Kenneth goes, no, they only have one. So we and Tyler, we walked back up there. So the lady, I said, hey, look, I think he's in the wrong class. And she goes, no, that's the only class they got. Tyler goes, I drove all the way here. I am not driving back home. I'm building this car. I said, oh, God. Yeah. So he said, Tyler, I said, don't nose out. He said, all right, I won't. Don't know anybody. We don't know anybody there. I mean, we met, you know, people then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing there on the berm waiting on him to drive by, give him a thumbs up. He gives me a thumbs up. His mom's sitting in the stands freaking out. And I watch him drive out on the track, and then I watch him back into the berm, and I go, what the fuck are you doing? And I said, I'm telling him, don't nose out. Don't nose out. And he gives me a thumbs up. And I was like, oh, my God. How am I going to explain to Mary that I got her kid in this car? You know? So I was like, so he, you know, he's sitting there. Green flag drops, and he just hits at the floor. Old boy across from him, he just gone. I said, holy shit. He hit him. The airbag on the passenger side launches like 75 feet in the air. I was like, holy shit.
I thought he got hurt. I started crying.
Sure did. Yeah, so I was like, man. Then he starts it back up and drives around, bumps in. Dude, it was like that car started out as like a turd. Like we always have problems with the fuel line popping off or the breather coming off with the mass airflow. So, you know, it was like something always took it out. So then I was like, I said, well, we'll run it another time. We'll do something different. So we, you know, we upgraded little things. Mm-hmm. Tyler, you know, worked, he upgraded. Buy this. I'm going to buy this. We ran that car 13 times. The very last time he ran that car was at Shelbina where he started. And we put a carburetor on it. And I said, I'm riding with you. I said it. I want to ride out and I want to ride this out. Okay. Well, he's having problems with the throttle cable. I ordered a throttle cable for a full-size van because I didn't know that the throttle cables were. I didn't know shit about them. You know. So I said, well, we'll take some weed eater string and we'll tie it around so we'll have a secondary hand throttle. And he's like, okay. So we drive out there, and he hits the gas, and the gas is the throttle stays wide open. And he goes, I don't got anything. And I said, well, hit it. And he hit it. Then it just quit. The motor idled down. I said, I got you, bud. I got the hand throttle. You just drive. Okay. I was like, so green flag drops. I pulled it. We're cruising backwards. The weed eater string burns off because I made some header pipes out of a basketball goal. And we're like dead in the water. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, what do we do? So there's I don't know, maybe 6 inches of weed eater string hanging off the throttle. I said, you drive and you shift, I got the throttle. I grabbed a hold of the middle bar that we put on the windshield, and I leaned up and I grabbed the throttle, and I just held it wide open. And he said, really? I said, you go, bud. I got you. And it literally looked like somebody had took, on the videos we have, looked like somebody had took and pushed fast forward on the video. We were screaming around the track. Like, literally, it was nuts. And I think that is where he got mad. I believe it was. No, sorry, that was Madison.
So let's back up. Boys and girls, for people listening, don't use basketball goal for header pipe and weed eater string for a secondary throttle cable.
That's right, buddy. Don't use that.
Ronnie's tried that shit. It doesn't work real well. I know all your, like I said, your whole family is devoted to this sport.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a lot of good friends that you've met on the way.
Oh, a lot of friends.
You know, like all you guys buddies,
you know. Yeah.
That's one thing that we've always figured out. When in this sport, friends become family, no matter if you want it or not. It could be some of them little asshole vultures hanging around the shop, looking for scraps or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
It's usually, you still take them back and take them, hey, I'll help you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You guys have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations.
A lot.
Some of the stuff we actually said before we hit the go button that, that we won't talk about. You guys are even getting buddies on the other side of the river.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm not sure if I'd claim them pricks or not.
I don't know. Clayton.
EPBs.
Oh, yeah.
Good straight up dudes.
Yeah.
I can tell you your son can't chug beer for shit.
Oh, yeah. And now his coat on his teeth.
That hasn't been the only thing that's probably bounced off his teeth. He is going to hit me dead square in the dick the next time he sees me, I promise you. Mary, I'm going to ask you. Mary's actually the first female that we've actually got on the air that's not just in the background.
Well, gotcha.
I had a question for her as how she plays Mama Bear and the wife when it comes down to these shows, because there's times when you've got both your boys plus your husband plus a couple of them vultures
oh yeah
on the track at once. So how have you figured out to not lose your shit? I'm going to put it that way.
I don't know. I just deal with it. But I always told Ronnie that if he ever hits my boys hard, I will whoop his ass.
I've heard that a lot.
So here's my question. So say it comes down to 3. Say it's Ronnie, Tyler, and Patrick.
Oh, I'm beating their ass.
And Patrick full tilts Tyler. Ronnie sees that, and he turns around, he full tilts Patrick.
I'm going to go out there and whoop his ass.
So no matter what happens, Ronnie, it just sounds like you're going to get an ass whooping.
I'll probably sleep on the couch for a while.
We went to Sturgeon, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I know it's a derby, And
She understands
don't-
she understands it's the concept of hitting people. You know, you're.
but if my boys are out there, I still don't get it. Like, this is Mama Bear coming out. Don't hit my kids. But I know it's a derby.
Yeah.
And I hate when people hits the door. Sometimes it gets pulled.
Yeah.
Like me.
And
I love pulling.
Cody hit Ronnie in the door hard. In this video that Jada has, you hear me call him a bastard. And I got out and I'm like, Cody, if you ever hit Ronnie like that again, I'm going to whip your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He says, but we're all running together. I said, I don't care. Do not hit the driver's door.
Correct.
I can't stand that.
But I love pulling her driver's door. And she doesn't.
Yeah, you've told me that.
She doesn't understand that concept. I would.
Correct.
I'll
And
take
Tyler
it.
lets me know all the time that it's a derby where you're supposed to get hit. And I'm like, not in the driver's door, because they tell you in the...
They do. I mean, every driver's meeting you ever go to, let me back that the fuck up. 98% of all the derbies you go to, they tell you
Oh, yeah.
no driver's doors.
But then when you got that knucklehead like me that would rather take a driver's door hit than somebody bounce off my front wheel or break my
Correct.
fingers from, my steering wheel
And
or
fucking junk struts and
Yeah.
rod, tie
Oh,
rod,
you-
Angie wheels.
you can't junk them Dilligaff struts.
The Dilligaff struts.
Yeah, you can't junk them. So since we're on that subject, we've put them to the test.
Did you guys, which I'm going to give him out, Ronnie went to Sturgeon
Uh-huh.
2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Got his first win.
Oh, yeah, first
in the
W.
compact. He's
Hell
been
yeah.
damn close. He's had some seconds and thirds and some mad dogs in between all that. But he did get his first win that night. How much more special is it when you go to a show with your buddies, your kid?
Oh, dude, it's like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, really words can't express. Like, I went to Sturgeon and won.
Mm-hmm.
I had Tyler coaching me Tyler had some mishaps. So I had Tyler coaching me on the berm. Was yelling at me, really. So I had Mary yelling at me too,
Yeah.
but I had Tyler yelling at me. I'm still figuring out this whole carb thing. I mean, I've always run a carburetor, but it's always just been hold it to the floor and let's see what happens.
Correct.
So Tyler's always told me, you need to drive smarter. You'll win more. So I told Tyler. Tyler built this car for me. I mean, I built some of it, but Tyler
Mhm.
mostly built this one. I told Tyler, I says, this derby season, I'm gonna try this driving smarter thing you guys are talking about. And he goes, no, you won't. I was like, yes, I will. And I said, I'm gonna drive backwards too. I'm gonna try that out because I've never driven backwards. He said, no, you won't. I was like, sure, I'm gonna try it.
I'm not
So-
going to say I'm going to stick with it.
So I tried it and I was like, shit, I think I can get the hang of it. But I'm still figuring it out, though. The whole cleaning the carb out when you're, mashing into it and whatnot, But I got Tyler coaching me, so, I got Mary yelling at me. But,
I call him a retard out there.
yeah. I'm not special.
I've heard it. I have heard it.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm figuring things out, because I told Tyler. I mean, I honestly told Tyler I was going to drive smarter, so I want to try this out. So far, it's worked. I got my first win, and then last weekend at Palmyra.
Yeah, then you guys went over to Palmyra. Tyler got his first one of the year, and
Yep.
you run second.
Yep. That was the deal breaker right there for me. I've waited for 5 years since Tyler's been derbying.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, since Patrick hasn't been derbying that long, but Tyler has been, I told Tyler on the track when he hugged me, I literally started crying.
Mm-hmm.
And you motherfuckers gonna think I'm a big pussy, but I started crying because that was like real emotional for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I told Tyler, I said, I could quit derbying today
And be happy.
and be happy because, I got to, one, run with him, and two, run against him at the end,
Mm-hmm.
But I let him win. Just so you know, I let him win.
He's gonna listen to this. this week when it launches. And he did say it. Tyler
Yeah.
Dillegaff, your dad let you win.
And he's going to say you're full of shit.
I have never known Tyler to hold anything back.
Oh,
He-
no.
He does speak his mind. He probably gets that from Mom
And Grandma.
and Grandma.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
I love Tyler to death, but he can be an asshole.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably tell you he could be an asshole.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's just the way that generation coming up is.
And he rubbed off on Patrick because he's an asshole too.
I'm going to go into a little bit different here. 2022 sucked for a lot of people.
Yeah.
People lost family members.
Oh,
You had a little scare of your own.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the one thing I figured out about you guys is, without a doubt, when you're in, you're all the fuck in.
Oh yeah.
You got a little diagnosis with a neck issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just see you chomping.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you
Yeah.
come and you,
Oh, yeah.
you support Patrick, you support Tyler, but I could just see you just chomping at the bit, wanting to get
Yeah.
back in a car so bad. But you actually used your head, and you waited until the doctor cleared you
Yep.
for all that good shit. So we're going to fast forward to fall of 2022, Halloween Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Ludington's son Gage
Oh,
ran
yeah.
a gut and go. Something happened, not real sure what happened.
He lost the belt, battery died, and it got hot.
So I get off my perch. Ronnie comes over to me. He said, "Hey, can I run Gage's gut and go in the compact class?" I said, "Are you fucking sure you want to do that?"
Hell yeah.
And Ronnie says, "Dude, I need this. Get it on." He said,
just
"Mary's bringing." He said, "Mary's bringing your money." So Mary brought cash over to me, and I put a stick on you, and
Oh
I
yeah.
said, "Oh my God, what's he doing?"
Yeah.
That was the last time I ever saw my duct tape.
I'm sorry. It might be in
No.
that car still.
It wasn't that one. It was
Oh, it was the next one.
yes,
The next, who was the next person?
Teddy's.
Oh yeah.
And then
just
Teddy
to
run the
remind
stock car
you
in the
that
street
when
stop.
I handed you that money, I was pissed.
I don't think she really knew it. You did.
I didn't really tell. So I went and said, so I went to Corey and I said, "Corey, can I run Gage's car?" And he said, "I don't care. It's up to Gage." So I went to Gage and I said, "Gage, can I run your car?" And he said, "You're not going to trash it, right? Because I would like to build it into a compact." And I was like, "I can't guarantee that." So I was looking at Corey, and Corey's like shaking head no, and I was like, okay. So then I asked Gage, I said, "Can I run your car? Yeah or no?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure. Don't trash it too bad." I was like, okay. So then I hauled ass down to the stands and told Mary, I says, "I'm going to run Gage's car." And she goes, "We don't have the money." And I was like, "But I really need to do this." And she goes, "We're broke." And I was like, "But I really need to do this." So then she went up there and paid you. And then I put a battery in Gage's car with no belt, no power steering, no nothing. And I think it only had like 2 small fix-it plates, like 4x4s.
Yes, because we allowed 2 that night.
And so I went out there, pulled out on the track. And I said, "Well, we're going to see what we can do." Yeah, you know.
And I cheer him on, and I did not.
She didn't cheer me on. I was
I
trying to-
was, because when I had the music going,
Oh,
when
yeah.
you guys were pulling out and I was announcing everybody, you were sitting in the driver's seat. And
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah.
tell if you were having like a seizure or
Oh, yeah.
banging your head to like
Oh yeah.
Soundgarden or something.
I was just in the moment.
Yeah.
I just was like, I got to really get, I really got to, I wanted to feel it, it's just like, I needed to feel that.
Yeah.
And I did too, boy. That old boy that stroked me. I mean, he stroked me too. And then there was a red flag because of the whole bumper issue. And I got Tyler on the berm behind me yelling after this old boy done stroked me. He said, "You cannot drive like that. You're not in a built car." I was like, okay. But then I got Corey standing over the other side of the berm giving me the breaky sign. So I was like, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah.
So I looped around and I saw the old boy that stroked me and I gave him all that she had.
Yep.
And the car didn't run anymore.
Usually when you park the motor in your lap,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't tend to want to keep on
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Gojo.
No.
So that finished off your 22. You got a little bit of fix.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you probably had a pretty big part in helping the little shit get into Blizzard Bash.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was... Whew. People don't know how much of a headache that is, really. God, I mean, that is like no sleep city.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Well, it's so hard to even get there. And then once you get there, you're like, man, I'm going to enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
Then the words of Clayton Fernandez, the fuck if.
Yeah.
You are stressing out, you running on a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and went and picked Tyler up from the motel and went and worked on cars. Tyler's car didn't need too much. It took me all day, literally. It took us all day, Mary, driving, but we had to go find an axle seal, and we went to like 4 different part stores, and believe it or not, people don't know what the fuck they're looking for.
No. Oh, no.
When you go to a part store
No.
for a derby car, it's like, hey, yeah, I got a derby car, I need an axle seal. And you tell them what it is, and they go, no, that won't work. But then you know, because you've changed parts through these cars,
Correct.
what works. And then they got it stuck on their computer. They go, no, that won't interchange.
Yeah.
But you interchange it anyway. So
I'm telling you what I have to have, so would you please look that up and
Yep.
disregard what I told you, what
Yep.
this...
and then we called a I want to say it was an Advance, which was only like 6 blocks from
Yeah,
the
from the event center. Yeah.
We drove up there, and the guy knew exactly what I want. I mean, exactly. I walked in there, he had it on the counter. Opened the box. I said, "That's it." I was like, "Shit, why didn't we come to you?" Like,
Because I guarantee you there was 8 motherfuckers
Oh,
for
yeah.
the first 2 hours before you guys that
Yeah.
got the same shit.
guarantee it.
And that's what... It is a great experience
Oh yeah.
to go and partake, but it is so much.
Yeah.
And that's why I like all these guys at these bigger stuff. They're just going a couple days. And some killer shows, killer payouts.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to keep saying that, man. It is just, the shows are phenomenal to watch. And I know there's a lot of the rules aren't all on the same page, but there's a lot that will intertwine with each other
Yep.
with just a few tweaks or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You guys have been having really good luck in W bodies.
Oh yeah. I love the Monte Carlos.
Yeah.
Tyler hates them. I love the Monte Carlos.
Now, see, without giving trade secrets, why do you like the Monte so much over Lumina?
So for me, I'm a fat guy, so I need a lot of room. So them
Well, it's not like Tyler's a fucking midget.
Oh, I know, but I mean, yeah, he's just tall. But no, I like the room. I mean, I could set the Monte Carlo up. It's a lot of room, and it's just comfortable. And I mean, you can make them really hard. You just gotta know what you're doing.
You can make them really hard.
I mean,
That
you
you
know.
can. Have you guys thought about trying anything other than, the W body stuff? You're not wanting to get on this Camry craze
No,
and shit?
hell no. W body junkie Camry. I'll probably go get a bunch of shit started over that. So I don't hear none of these motherfuckers in my Facebook Messenger talking. I got one that Snapchats me all the time. Jonathan,
Mhm.
the little Camrys.
Oh yeah, he's a Camry
I love that kid to
fanatic.
death. He cracks me up, but he tell me. So me and him took first and second at Salisbury. So my Monte Carlo that I kind of, I mean, it was not really built, but it was
decent.
It was the
Mhm.
I don't even remember what happened.
The spark plug.
The spark plug's wires burn off on me. Something happened to his plug wires, but
It could have been the fucking 4 acres of mud that you guys
That
were
was
going
that
through
too, yeah.
that night.
yeah, Jonathan keeps giving me shit that his Camry junked my W bike, but I drove it off the track and I drove it on the trailer.
Yeah.
To me, junking a car is pretty much what we did past weekend.
Yeah. And I haven't even got to, I had a prior engagement on Saturday, a little fundraiser. I didn't even see who all won. I mean, I saw you guys won, and I saw who won the stock show at Palmyra and the Gut and Go.
Oh, yeah. That was a pretty good old Cody Meyer. Boy, that boy, he can drive. Yeah. I feel sorry for that poor son bitch. He knocked the bumper.
I don't. He can go to hell.
Yeah, we got to talk about that a little bit before we hit the button.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was wanting to talk a little shit, and
Team driving.
Mary kind of put him in his place, I think. We're going to blame it on Cody, though,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
because that's usually what happens.
I'll tell you
Cody
what,
hurt somebody's fucking feelings, and
that boy can drive. I'm telling you, he got them vans figured out.
Yes, he
That
does.
son bitch, that van's nasty.
yeah, they're stupid hard.
Oh yeah.
But he
is.
drives them the way they're supposed to be drove.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's all 90% of the time he's in that reverse mode.
So he got bitched at because he had a pointy bumper on there, but it was OEM bumper. That's what started the whole ordeal, I think. But
It's a Chrysler pointy.
yeah, but it wasn't. It was off. I don't even know what the hell it was, honestly, because I didn't really ask. Cause I don't want somebody asking me a bunch of questions on my car. So I don't want to ask a bunch of questions on his. But, I mean, it was a OEM bumper. I mean, it was, But, yeah, old boy didn't like it. And he lost his bumper.
Well, maybe if
Too bad he
somebody...
didn't flip him.
I'm going to tell you right now, if the wall wasn't there, he would have flipped.
Oh, yeah. He would, yeah.
Which Cody's really good at that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Like I said, he's a good driver. He
Fucker
is.
how he does it, I don't know how. He
Yeah.
makes the rear ends like a ramp, and it just... the
Yeah.
leverage. But it was cool. People that don't know, Palmyra had a derby. It's to raise money for something. I'm
Yeah.
not real sure what. It's just real weird because all my Facebook memories was talking about Mother's Day Madness
Yeah.
that we had there last year.
I didn't get to make that one. I wanted to so bad.
A lot of people. I'm not sure how good of a turnout it was. I mean, I heard it was a really good show,
Oh, yeah.
but I just didn't know how much support they had because
Oh,
they
I
kind of
think-
threw it together pretty quick.
I think there was about 50 or so cars there. I mean,
I know there was 20 in compact.
Yeah, there was 20 compacts out there on
There's
the track.
20 fuckers out there?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And whittled down to second with Tyler. Tyler's cheating ass.
There was
But,
some
yeah.
unbelievable hits.
Oh, there
I mean,
was,
my
yeah.
Snapchat shit blew up Saturday night. Cody about flipping a guy in a van. Colt Doyle.
Yeah, boy, Doyle. I'm going to tell you right now, that video that's floating on Facebook.
They said it cannot
That
compare what it was in
we
real life.
literally was sitting in front of where the hit took place. That video does that shot no justice. I mean, none.
Yeah.
And Corey, god damn, that dude is a fucking monster. I looked at him when he got out of the car and I said, holy shit.
I was worried because it looked
Yeah.
like he bent over the center bar
He
pretty
did.
bad, and that's what I was kind of...
If you zoom in on the picture, his arm is almost out the passenger window.
And everybody, I got that bullshit. I was like, why are they hitting somebody in the passenger door? I said, he didn't hit him in the passenger door. He hit him right square in the right rear tire.
It was nasty.
We were watching that derby the other night. Dude put a firewall shot on this one guy, and this dude, the guy hit, lost his mind. Thought it was the driver's door.
Yeah. Well, that was
him on the driver's door.
Yeah, and that was the same way with Paris. Tyler run Paris. And
hit Camden Uplinger, and Camden was completely cool with it because he knew where that shot was.
There was a lady and about 10 or other guys over there yelling, what the hell about the driver's door? I was like, there was no driver's door shot. That was a clean shot.
That's a fire.
And then he looped around and did it again.
Yep.
And it was the same spot that he hit. I was like,
I don't remember that.
You don't?
You don't remember that?
Probably because I just...
She's tunnels it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You run into people like that derby that doesn't derby though. Which and I love the people that are in the crowd, because I told Tyler, I've told Mary, I've told Patrick, I've told Cody numerous times. Winning the money is good. The money's all right. I love the trophies, and I love for the people in the crowd to go home and go, "Did you see that motherfucker hit that guy?" And I'm that motherfucker that hit that guy, you know.
Correct.
And I tell them that all the time, and and I get it. The money is great. If you win money, that's fine. I want the trophy because it's memory. So I got Mama over here takes the money from me. So, but I mean, I tell Tyler, Patrick, Cody, I tell all Brandon. We was all standing around at the shop, and I say, y'all go win that money. And y'all go take them trophies. But in a week, a month, next year, there's a guy standing there talking with his buddies and go, man, we was at this derby and this old boy fucking laid a boom shot on these people. Oh, I'm that motherfucker, And that's why I tell them, I say, I just want to be the guy people remembers. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, we have talked about it. I'm sure you saw the video that was posted on Hard Nose Podcast from Spring X.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this thing has got now. I just looked. I haven't looked. It's got over 202,000 views.
Yeah. That's I
want to be
what
that. You want.
I want to be that.
Yeah. I've never really seen compacts do that to a certain extent, because we all have said it. They've been different.
Oh yeah, they've been a lot different.
Just like somebody was saying about Colt's video on Corey. The car's cheated.
Yeah.
He's like, but you didn't see the frame horns ripped off of it. You didn't see it broke this and this and this.
The motor scooted back.
Yeah.
But, that's why I read the comments on there, and I was like,
yeah, when they're sitting there talking crap on the guy hitting Corey.
Yeah.
But the guy, when he loaded his car, he went over to Corey.
Yeah. Made sure he was good.
Oh, yeah.
If you read the comments also on one of the...
Oh, yeah, they talked before.
They talked before.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing with the Derby, environment. Your friends. My sons are there. My son's our best friends. I shouldn't say my son's best friend, because Brandon and Trent and I guess Cody, even though he's a shithead. They're our best friends. You know, and Clayton and all the guys. We're friends. If you need something, we're there to help you. But when we get on the track,
when you're in that 80 by 160,
that's it. Yeah,
I'm there. That
changes everything.
Everything.
Oh yeah, I'm there to fuck you up. That's just being real.
And then people can't grasp that concept.
That's it.
95. Mary's raising her hand. But truthfully, 95% of all drama with any derby, it starts in the stands.
It does.
Whether it's somebody drunk.
Yep.
Talking shit. Oh, you hit him in the driver. No, he didn't.
Oh yeah.
You were moving.
Yep.
And I can see that guy on the brakes.
Yep.
But they can't grasp that concept of
And that,
shit happens.
and then that's when a guy like me pops off and goes, "Hey, build a car,"
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then you'll realize what we go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you build a car, you come out, and then you'll understand. You know, hey, these guys are. You know, this is what's really going on. But like I said, I can't take nothing back from like the people sitting in the stands because it's like, you know, I feel that if they wasn't there, we wouldn't be doing it.
Correct.
I mean, we probably would, but we wouldn't have as much fun.
Nobody likes whether you play music, whether you race, whether you derby, whatever. You don't want to play or do anything in front of an empty crowd.
Oh no.
Period.
Yeah, no.
Just because the fans make it so much more
Oh yeah.
energetic, energized,
Mhm.
pulling on the track wherever you're at and hearing people go off as
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as you hear your name.
Yeah.
I mean, because you guys usually roll about a dozen deep.
Oh yeah.
You know, in your stands, you have your own section,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to pause this. We're going to get somebody on the phone.
Okay.
We'll be right back with you. Well, I did tell you guys there would be a little bit of a surprise. He isn't available to be here, but we do have the Bearded Wonder, Steven, over the phone with us. Hey, what's up, Hook?
Oh, not shit. These phone interviews on my own goddamn podcast are getting too normal.
Well, I did tell you you've kind of been dick kicked for the last month and a half or so. We just want to let her. Just let her know that we're all thinking about her.
Boone Hospital right now.
Yep, you just let her know that we're all thinking about her and we'll be praying for her through this little process that she's got going on. So
I appreciate that.
I mean, just because we like her way better than we do you.
Hey, enough dick meters you got that there.
Maybe I ought to build you a compact car. Maybe you get a little bit more love, and you can be on your own podcast.
Oh man, I would love to have you build me one, but every time I would get close to it, I'd have to go get a beer, so I didn't have to look at it. I'd just be turned around my head in the refrigerator.
Well, man, we needed to get you on here so you can talk some shit to another compact guy. We know that's pretty common for you. We didn't figure that a compact on live with us, they would lose justification if you couldn't talk some shit on them. So,
well, I'm sure you all talked about it, Ronnie. How is it finally getting that dub?
Man, it was nice, dude. It was nice. It was real nice taking the money and the trophy.
Well, you have no clue how happy I was when I seen who won that fucking derby.
Yeah. Oh, you should have saw me. I was
No,
tickled.
you should have saw me. I'm like, oh yes, look at that money.
I got the trophy. That was
I
nice.
almost drove down.
You can go ahead and ask him what you want to ask him. Was it a check?
No, it was cash in an envelope.
Really hoping. I was really hoping it was a check. It probably would have been some RONKNEE.
Oh no, on the envelope, somebody else wrote stuff on there.
Oh, man. Hell, he's even got a secretary writing his own shit on the envelopes.
Well, it was just pictures and numbers.
Oh, God damn.
Well, you didn't. Did you heard about me letting Tyler win this last one at Palmyra, right? He's gonna kick. He's gonna kick my ass.
I went to Palmyra put on a clinic.
What's that?
I said, I heard you all went to Palmyra and put on a clinic.
Oh yeah, man, team driving. That's all we heard all night. We was team driving.
Concrete doors.
No, actually, what was said then is we got plates on top of plates on top of plates. But if you look on Tyler's Facebook post, they actually drilled and scoped our cars.
Oh yeah.
They drilled and
I
scoped.
was already there on the post. I've already got the notification.
I saw. So I guess Palmyra Fair Board said that they wanted it drilled and scoped, which I was like, you can drill and scope my car anytime you want.
Correct.
I don't care. Tyler was like, yeah, drill mine. After the Derby, they said, oh, well, it was rigged. You guys didn't even really look in their cars or some shit. And I was like,
Oh Jesus Christ.
I was like, oh my. I was like, more than welcome to look. I mean, anybody's more than welcome to look at my car. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I might charge you $20, but
$20 is $20.
Oh, you can't be first, but you can be next.
that's it. I actually did. I mean, so I don't know if you guys heard about the mishap that we had at Sturgeon. So I had a little mishap, and so I'm gonna talk shit on him because I really don't care. But Tyler, I'm sorry. But, so I don't know if you know John Waite.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, he rode with me at Sturgeon because he's getting ready to deploy, and he never rode any with anybody. So he asked me if he could ride with me, and Mary was actually supposed to ride with me, and Tyler kind of has a little issues with Mary riding. We don't want her to get hurt for one.
Oh yeah.
Because she's mom and she's wife. So John asked me if he could ride, and we was going, and I kept smelling gas, like raw gas. And I glanced over at John, which was sitting in the passenger seat, and I was like, you good? He gave me a thumbs up. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw my gas cap was gone. The whole left side of John's hoodie, because it was colder than fuck, was drenched in gas.
Oh my.
So I was trying to get him to stop the Derby. Me and John looked in the car for the gas cap. Couldn't find it. So I was actually wearing Mary's Plan B hoodie, and it was like the only one that's like left out of like all the Plan B shit.
stuff.
So I took it off and shoved it in the gas tank.
I was pissed.
And John says, I got you, buddy. Okay, so we're running the Derby, whatnot. We get out. Paul goes over and finds the gas cap in the seat, in the passenger seat. I found your gas cap. All right, so then we go home. I'm looking on Facebook. It's like, make a little Facebook post about, I finally got first win ever since I've been derbying, and John Hendren gets on there and starts bad mouthing. It's a good thing that I called a red flag on myself. So I commented and was like, passenger safety. I would felt really bad.
Correct.
If John if something would have sparked, I would have never got that guy put out.
No, he'd have been a fucking glow stick.
That's it. So me being me, a smart ass, I asked John, Hendren, where's your car? He messages back right away and goes, I knew what was best. I wasn't bringing a car to that show. And I was like, you probably knew what was best. So, John, if you listen to this, buddy, I hope you bring your car to a Derby soon. Because I really want to hit you.
Well, we've been talking, so much that these guys, how much support they give to all the local shows, whether it's who it is, they don't care.
Oh, yeah.
They just go support and give everything that they can do. You got any?
Them dudes, they just want to run cars. And
That's
jump
it.
Shit.
So Stephen, I'm gonna tell you, like I told I told these guys, I want to be that guy. So I don't give a shit about the money. My wife does, but I love the trophies because they're like memories, because I derbied with the boys. They're memories. That's memories to me. But I want to be that guy that motherfuckers talk about that, like, oh my God, did you see that fucking hit that guy did? I want to be that guy. So, yeah.
Well,
but I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of... What's that?
We talked once, like, whenever you all show up, it's a different energy. Like, you all are there to have fun. If there's something that's got to be changed on the car, you're not up there in the tech line bitching about it. You all do what it takes. You don't put your front car back on the trailer. Like, I'm almost positive there was a few shows of mine that I could have asked Tyler to cut his car in half, and he would have been like, all right, yeah, I'll do it.
He probably would have, too. I mean, really. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's like, I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's like, it's gotten to the point, like you say, it's like, we're like, my grandson's into it now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we took Tyler's little boy and my new granddaughter, my daughter-in-law, and then my oldest boy's little girl, we took them to their first derby, and they was like, they loved it. I was like, Leighton's little, I don't think he realizes.
The cars don't bother him.
Yeah. And Darla is like, she just looked at the cars, But it's like, it's like...
Like, if more people had that attitude, all these shows would be more successful.
Oh, yeah. So, I got a question. When are you going to put some more shit on? Are you ever? Because, like... or get your ass up there to our shop and get a compact.
There's some stuff in the works. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. Well,
nothing.
I took a job back at home now, so I've got a little bit more time on my hands. So
fuck if? What's this time on your hands here, Dick?
No, there's that. But there's supposed to be more time on my hands. But it was good talking. I better jump off here, get back in this hospital room, spend some time with Mama for a little bit.
All right, bro. Just like I said, make sure you tell her we're thinking of her, and we'll damn sure be thinking of her Tuesday morning.
Will do, man. I appreciate y'all. You all have a good rest of the episode.
All right, bro.
See you, man.
Later.
He didn't bash on you too much.
He didn't. I was kind of upset about that.
Well, he does a lot more in person.
Oh, does he? Yeah, he does. I know.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. Center bars are a bitch sometimes.
Man.
And I am seeing Corey Ludington's side. Everybody knows Corey. He's pretty light-skinned.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing light-skinned on that hip.
That motherfucker looks like a sunrise in the Sahara Desert somewhere.
You haven't seen
Wow.
Yeah.
He's actually going to get this
I think I
video.
can see the imprints of wells.
That's from that center bar. That's from that 40-mile-an-hour hit, that we have talked about so much.
I'm going to start wearing those plates at Supercross, right?
That's not a plate. That's a spleen belt.
Yeah.
When that happened to Corey, it had me in tears.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if anybody's ever tried to deny the fact that Corey Ludington's a tough son of a bitch, ladies and gentlemen, this picture, I'm not going to post it on our
Dude, I'll
Facebook
tell
page.
you what, when he climbed out of the car and I said, "Hey, you good?" He's like, "I'm good." That's probably the hardest I've ever been hit in a derby. Sorry, Corey, I had to tell him that. But that is exactly what you said.
Yeah, and it's one of those he wasn't ready for it. He had nothing braced.
Yeah, no.
And the shot at that speed.
Oh, hell yeah.
We've always
I
said,
honestly think I heard him grab third gear.
with him, no telling with Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Putting on shows or watching shows or doing whatever, we always want everybody to be able to go to work on Monday if they want to.
Yeah.
No, everybody says, well, the Derby is that sport. It's very dangerous, and it is. And there's rules implemented to try to help that.
Oh yeah.
But when there's those shots like that, there's no amount of padding
No.
that can help that section.
No.
Most
I mean, for instance, Tyler incident with his thumb. I mean, that was a freak accident.
thumb,
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
bad.
That
was. I'm really surprised he didn't lose
Wow.
something other than his nail.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I don't know if you've seen his finger lately, but
Not lately.
It's flat.
it's flat and long.
Because there's no damn meat in it. It just blowed it all out. And it might come back. He doesn't-
Maybe. He said he's barely got a little filling in it, but I mean it's like that though. I mean it was a freak thing that happened that,
Yeah.
and I was just like, when I saw it, when I saw that picture of course, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah. But man, you got first two derbies of the year, a 1 and a 2. That's pretty good odds. What's the rest of your summer looking like?
Oh man, I don't know. I think we're not really sure where we're going. I just kind of follow the boys. I mean, so I don't know if a lot of people know this, and Patrick, don't kill me, please. But so Patrick said that he didn't want Derby no more, so he's selling out. He's just said he wanted to kind of he's building a truck. So
Is that where he's going to get S10 parts?
yeah. So,
God damn, boy.
Yeah. So I mean, so it's kind of just, I mean, people probably gonna think I'm a pussy, but I follow wherever the boys run.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just where I go.
Well, you've already talked about it.
Yeah.
When that's something special
Oh yeah. Yeah.
for you guys to be on that track at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's hitting each other or whatever. That's a bond.
Oh yeah. It's like winning the lottery for me, really.
well,
I mean,
if they
really.
think you're a pussy, then I'll punch them in the mouth.
But yeah, I mean, it's like winning the lottery for me. I mean, I tell them all the time. I couldn't ask for a better sport to run with my boys.
Yeah.
I mean, my oldest boy won't run with us no more. He ran once. He didn't ride. He rode with me in Eldon, and he got knocked out. I-45 Brady Smith, and so every time we tell him, "Hey, we're going to a Derby this weekend. You want to go ride?" No, he said, "I retired in 3rd place. I'm doing good." So yeah, I mean, and my daughter, she's just there, cheering on, hanging out.
Oh yeah.
She keeps mom under control somewhat.
I've seen her have to do that as
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, I'm not really sure where we're going next. Got a little fixing to do to the car. A little fixing to do to Tyler's car. Got to change the motor and transmission in another car.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We've got June that's what's bad. June is just around the fucking corner.
Mm-hmm.
I know June 10th is the first show at Pleasant Hill
Yep.
for Austin's Southern Memorial No. 9 tour.
Oh yeah.
And I understand, I still say that's local, but that's like big local.
Yeah. We talked about running. Well, Tyler ran there.
I think it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Now, the stuff that Austin's got going on now is kind of taking that whole section, not back to old school, but that type of driving where everybody is just wide open, just sending it, junking shit. I mean, anytime you've got, you get your compacts of Eric Dorsey,
Oh yeah.
Clayton Fernandez, TJ Irvin,
Yeah.
Ryan Sparks. I mean, I can keep going
yeah.
and going and going, and those guys have zero fucks.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Zero when they go over there. But then you can turn around the very next weekend and go to Madison.
Yeah.
Because
We talked about going to Madison. That's close to home. I mean, P Hill's a little drive for us, but
you're roughly an hour
hell yeah.
from here to
Yeah.
Brookfield, pretty close. I mean, I think I'm right at an hour to Marceline, and you're just another 5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
there is a constant with the amount of shows that are, we've said, within 2 hours driving distance from right here.
Oh yeah.
There is a shitload.
Oh yeah.
Starting in April all the way to October. It's just depending on how far somebody wants to drive.
Yeah, that, and also with Tyler running Bash, I'm gonna help him more on Bash car.
So he is going back to Blizzard Bash.
So I believe so. I mean, I don't know. Supposed to let the bird out of the bag.
Probably
but
shoot a little prick of text because he damn sure didn't tell me that.
I think so.
But in the world of social media, everybody can see
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's a Gold Rush spot
Yeah, there
up
is.
for sale.
Yeah.
That was Cody and Tyler and you, I
Yes,
thought.
sir.
So if any compact guys are looking for a Gold Rush team spot, Cody Bedsworth,
Cody
you can,
Bed- yeah.
you can look at it on Facebook. I think he's probably got it on some derby pages. That spot is for sale, and I think, man, I don't want to quote this wrong, but I think it's at $600
I believe it's
because I think it started up there
Yeah.
and then he's brought it down a little
Yep.
bit trying to get it moved.
Yep.
And then that reason being, they're gonna go to Blizzard Bash instead.
Yep.
A little bit closer. Well, fuck it, it's a lot,
a lot
closer.
closer.
3 hours to 12 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Away. Inside, indoors to indoors, yes. South Dakota is probably going to be a lot colder than Kansas.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's pretty cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold up there,
Yeah.
especially when you're working outside.
Not everybody's got them big ass circus tents.
No,
With
no.
salamanders and shit going, and
No, we actually worked on Tyler's car outside,
that
Well,
sucks.
and it was cold.
Investigate. And look
Something.
yeah, we're gonna do something because that was crazy.
Yeah, there's so many
We had Mama
shows.
tucked off in the truck. Heater on.
Smart. I can hear her say it now. There's no reason why I need to be out here freezing my ass off.
That's it.
You boys can. I'm gonna go to the truck
Oh yeah.
or the hotel room.
Nope, I still
Believe it or not, so I shouldn't say just her. So Jada and Mary has to be our number one die-hard supporters.
Mm-hmm.
They will, mostly Mary, because Jada has the little one now,
Mm-hmm.
but they will sit in the shop, freezing ass cold. We have heat. We had these little salamander heaters,
Mhm.
but Mary says they don't do no justice. But she will sit there, bundled up, and we're working on cars. Like literally,
Just spectating.
That's it.
But that's her. That's what we have talked about, the wives and the moms of the guys who are derbying. 95% of the time, there's full commitment just to be supportive.
Oh yeah,
It's not that she's afraid she's going to miss anything, but it's that time with
Yep.
her husband
Mhm.
and her kids in
Yep.
that shop working together as a group for one common goal, and that's to fucking hurt feelings.
yeah. That's
Because
it.
that's really what it is.
That's it.
So, you get these guys that go to these shows and they, 4, 5, 6 deep.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? You can't. Somebody's butthurt.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's pissed. Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
hit me. Well, fuck, we're down to
That-
5. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Like Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Palmyra. It came down to me, Tyler, and God, it's going to kill me, but I can't remember the old boy's name. DNR car. He was there. I seen Tyler hit him, push him. I nosed him up. He got out, broke his stick off. Tyler looked over at me and gave me 2. And he said, me and you. And I thought, fucking sweet. This is what I've always waited on.
Correct.
And I was like, yes. Pulled up next to him, fist bumped him, told him I love you. He said, love you too. Been waiting on this. I cried.
Mm-hmm.
That was the wildest shit I ever done. I cried. I said, man, it's finally come to this. We did our thing. You know, I waved at the official. I was like, I'm done. Okay, you know.
Yep.
He come running over and, you know, hugged me in the car. Got out of the car, and I told him, I was like, dude, I literally been waiting and waiting to do it. And I bawled like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck, everybody's going to think I'm a fucking big old pussy. But I waited for 5 years for this, just that moment.
That's that memory.
Oh, yeah, that's the memory.
That's that full tilt memory
That's it.
that you can take with you
Mm-hmm.
when you are gone from the sport of, okay, my body can't handle this.
Yep.
I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
You can always go back and after 5 years say,
Yeah.
me and my boys
That's it.
finished 1 and 2.
That is it right there.
And the only thing that could have made it better is if you went 1, 2, and 3.
That is it. You know, I told Patrick, so I have a picture in our room. It's, I don't even know how big it
It's
is.
16 by 20.
That's
It's
a
a
big ass
huge
picture.
picture.
Yeah.
And I have no clue to this day how we done it, but it was at Higbee. Me, Tyler, and Patrick lined up when we had Plan B going.
Mm-hmm.
We lined up all three next to each other. Somebody snapped a picture. I blew
think
that
it was
motherfucker.
Jada.
Yeah, I blew that son of a bitch up huge.
Mm-hmm.
I have a huge picture of it. And I always said,
It says
Yep.
the Pickens boys.
yeah. I saw, man, I'd love for that to be taking another one, but all three of us boys standing there holding a big ass trophy.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And be first, second, or third.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter who was first, second, or third. I just won it that way.
Correct.
I don't personally see Patrick quitting all the way.
Yeah.
He wants to try something different because he's said this once before.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be back.
Sold all the shit and
He
then
will.
built another car.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like me.
Most of the time, derby drivers, until they hit the age of about 60, is when they're finally done. Or their body just shuts down and says, okay, my back can't take this, or my knees can't take this, my hips.
I'm pretty old. I'm still doing it.
You ain't that much older than me.
I'm old.
I'm old.
I don't know. I'm pretty beat up.
Well, guys, we appreciate you
Oh, yeah. It was
coming
fun.
over and
Oh, yeah.
hanging out with us. I know we've been trying to get this on. We've spoke so much. She's got it here on the computer. If you look at our schedule
Mhm.
for guests, it seriously can almost take a year.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll
So,
bet. I'll listen to every episode, dude. I mean, I'm like,
we
do.
appreciate it.
I do. I listen to
really
every
do.
episode. I was kind of sitting there going, man, they got Tyler on there twice. When's it going to be my turn? No, I'm just, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to build a car and start fucking shit up.
We just kind of waited for a good moment of, 2 back-to-back weekends in a
Oh, yeah.
row.
Yeah.
And then, Steven's unfortunate stuff where he's not here.
Yeah.
But we did get him on the phone just a little bit. Let him, like I said, I was kind of confused. He didn't talk a whole bunch of shit on compacts. That's had me screwed up.
Maybe he's got a compact in the works. He just don't want
No,
to
you
know.
don't. No, you don't. I promise you. I know what he's got, and a compact is the far opposite end of it. But, guys, keep those downloads going. We still got that merch as long as we can have USPS not lose every fucking thing that we ship out.
We're switching to UPS.
Yeah, we're switching to UPS now. So
Hey,
we still got the 4-in-1s. We still got the 20-ounce tumblers. Still got shirts. I've got to ship a couple stickers out to the state of Washington this week. My wife /editor
Hell yeah.
timekeeper doesn't know about that yet. But we appreciate you guys sitting down, taking your time
Oh, yeah.
out of your week to get this done. Before we go, anything you guys want to say?
Yeah, if you ain't got yourself a set of Dillo Gas struts, you better get you some. Hit up Tyler Pickens and Cody Bedsworth.
Make jump, boys.